Now, put a little bit in your mouth and swish it all around. Get it in all parts of your mouth, all over your tongue, all over your cheeks, and let a little bit of air in through your mouth too. That way you get the full flavor of the wine. You see how it tastes all over your mouth, and the air coming in brings out the flavor even more. And you definitely want to be breathing out of your nose too. So let's give it a taste. Definite strawberry component to this. Blackberries, but really sweet blackberries, not the sort of bitter tannic blackberries. Yeah, very light tasting. The finish is just about gone. The finish is pretty much all strawberry, as is the initial flavor. Maybe a little bit of oak in there. Not at all dry. Not the least bit dry. It's very smooth, very velvety. Basically feels like grape juice. A little thicker than grape juice. Let's give it another taste. And when you're tasting, you want to think of what this reminds you of. What all the little flavors in here. What foods and smells you associate with it. And that's how you really enjoy wine. That's how wine tastes different than other types of wines. And it's because there are chemicals in the wine which are the same or similar to the chemicals you get in other fruit. And even things like, you may get leather, you may get tobacco, you may get dirt, or like mushrooms. I had a wine recently that gave me a pig manure or horse manure type smell. So yeah. Yeah, strawberries are the dominant flavor here. I wish it was giving me more to work with, but that's pretty much what I'm getting. Not at all tannic. Not at all bitter, not at all dry. A little bit more oak going on now after the second taste. There's definitely some oak. Yeah. Not bad, you know. It didn't have a lot of complexity to it, but that's not to say that it was boring and uninteresting. A good dinner wine. You know, this is something where if you want a nice, good beverage to accompany dinner, but you don't want something that's going to overpower the dinner, and you don't want something that's going to, you know, blow your mind and be the dominant taste in your palate. This would go very well with lighter meats. Duck would be delicious with this. Definitely pork. Definitely chicken, depending on how it's cooked. Salad, it would go really well with a salad, with either Italian dressing or balsamic vinaigrette on the salad. Be really good with that. I don't think it would go very well with darker, richer foods. Like, I don't think it would go well with pasta with a red sauce. I don't see that working. Definitely would go with chocolate. You could have a piece of chocolate and drink the wine. That'd be good. You know, fruit salad with this would be amazing. That'd be a great food and drink in the summer. Definitely fruit salad in this wine. So, to give it a rating, most wines are rated on a 100-point scale. However, the 100-point scale doesn't start until 50, sometimes even 60. And so when you see something that's rated 80 points, it's not really 80 points better than the worst wine. It's only, you know, 20 or 30 points better than the worst wine. I don't like that rating scale whatsoever. I'm a college student. A lot of you are college students. We know what letter grades are. We know what an F means. We know what an A+ means. We know what a C means. And so that's how I rate my wines. This wine, to me, is a B. It came to class, and it applied itself. It did what was required of it, and it did a little bit more, but it didn't go the extra mile. It didn't bring a lot of complexity. It didn't go deep into the subject matter, but it did well. At $13 for this bottle, that's maybe $1 more than I'd like to pay for this, but still pretty good price. It's a pretty solid wine. It's pretty delicious. Definitely a B. Not complex, but not simple and boring, just satisfying. It's a good table wine that you could have with a lot of meals. People would enjoy it. I just real quick want to give it a try straight out of the bottle, just to see how that compares with the decanted wine. Now, what I would expect from this is for the taste to be a lot tighter. I would expect it to be a lot more alcohol on the flavor, possibly more tannic too. Definitely, you smell the alcohol more straight out of the bottle. The berries seem a lot riper too, whereas the decanted glass tasted a lot like fresh, straight off of the vine berries. This tastes like berries that have been picked a little while ago and are starting to soften up a bit. Still strawberry though, that's the big flavor coming through. The initial palate is, you can definitely taste the alcohol more, and it's a bit more tannic, but that quickly goes away. And then you return to the same berries with a little bit of the oaky aftertaste on there. All in all, it's a lot like the decanted wine, except the berries just taste riper and darker and softer. So yeah, decanting this wine didn't do a lot for it, didn't change it very much. Like I said, I just wanted to do that for demonstration, but definitely leave it in your glass for a good half hour before you drink it, and you'll be surprised at just how much it opens up. Pretty good wine, pretty good. So, that was my first venture into Pinot Noir. Definitely check out my other videos. They're all over here, the links are there. I reviewed a sweet Shiraz called Jam Jar the other day, which I think the college crowd would like very much. It's a very sweet wine, a good summer wine, a good party wine. Go check that review out. I think you'll enjoy the wine. Thank you everybody for watching. Welcome to everybody coming from the Collegian. Hopefully I will see a lot more of everyone watching. If you have comments, please leave them on YouTube or dailycollegian.com, or you can email me, wine@flashmat.com. Until next time, I encourage you to go out and try some wines. Try whatever looks good to you, try whatever sounds good to you. Don't take my word for this wine, don't take anybody's word for anybody's wine. Definitely listen to their opinions and see what they think. And once you try wines on your own, you get a sense for what works for your palate. You get a sense for what you like, what you don't like. And then when you are watching a review like this, if you see a lot of the words that you tend to use to describe wines that you like come up, maybe you'll like that wine. Maybe it's worth a shot. If you don't like this New World light berry kind of wine, which I normally don't gravitate towards too, then you'd pick that up from the review and you may give this wine a pass. So definitely don't listen to any one person, especially not the wine critics, the high and mighty ones who have been doing this for years and influence wine prices, and I think have more of a negative impact than a positive impact on the wine world. But I'm just an amateur. But that's who they're selling to. That's who these guys want to sell their wine to, is the amateurs, not for the people getting it for free to review for the press. But hey, that's wine reviewing. So I had fun. I hope you had fun. Until next time, cheers.